Alright. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just recording a video. But my summer has been so boring so far. I mean, I'm sure there will be some things. But, I kind of wish I wrote a script for this. That way I could be more fluent with what I'm trying to say. But, I think I'm just gonna start recording myself daily. Just as like a little video journal, I guess, to see how my summer is going and whatever I'm doing. So today I woke up really late. I woke up at like 12:20 something. And then I didn't really do anything. I watched YouTube, listened to a little bit of music, and read. And I think that a big thing that I can focus on this summer, if it keeps up like this, is I can definitely focus more on religious beliefs and just myself overall, which is also kind of another reason why I am recording myself, so that I can see how I physically changed and mentally or emotionally changed. I don't expect anybody to find this account, but you know. So I'll state some things about myself. I am 16 currently. I'm not going to state where I live or my name for personal reasons. However, I believe in Buddhism, whatever. And I'm kind of learning about it as well, as obviously with every religion you learn as you practice and study. So I think for this week or so, or this day, that I'm going to try and focus on being more patient with myself. I have turned off my phone. I fully powered it off whenever, just so that I'm not distracted by it, or because I feel like, I can go plenty of time without my phone. It's not like I need it or require it. However, it just has so much stuff on it that it makes me constantly want to check if I have new notifications or something, or if there's something interesting that I want to see. But if I power it off, I'm less likely to grab it, especially if I put it in the drawer, which I did. So, yeah. I have a few books here. I'm gonna start with this one. I don't know if it's visible. I hope it's not inverted. But it's called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Shunryu Suzuki. I have read a different book by him, but only the beginning, because I read it at the end of the school year and they weren't letting people check out books anymore. But yeah. So if there's random cuts in the video, it's just because I like sitting there for a minute trying to think of stuff to say. But wait. Okay. Like so. But I want to focus, like I already said, I want to focus on myself, emotionally, physically, whatever. I would enjoy being able to accept change, since I am moving to a completely different state. It's very, very big change for me. I moved last year, but it was literally across the road. It wasn't a crazy difference. But I'm moving to a completely different area, and I'm not going to have any of the friends that I currently have. And I'm still gonna have them, but it's gonna be a lot different, because I won't be able to hang out with them as often or see them in school daily, whatever. However, I would also, while I'm there, I would like to get a job. I've never worked before. I kind of just sit around and find money wherever. But what was I gonna say? So sorry if I like repeat things. I don't really remember all the stuff that I say, but um I want to either start or end each one of these videos with a recap and a message. So I don't know which order those are going to be. I don't know if I'm going to put them next to each other, put one at the beginning, one at the end, or whatever. But as I've said, today I didn't really do anything, so there's nothing to really recap. But okay. So I was reminded of this earlier. Zero disrespect towards any other religion, obviously, because if I'm going to be searching for peace for myself, I need to search for peace in others, and everything around me. I can't dislike somebody just because they were like something, or like they did something in the past. Can't hold on to grudges forever. I can't dislike somebody because of their beliefs or try to change someone to my beliefs. But I was reminded of this earlier. Again, nobody's in the wrong for this. It was just a little conversation. But I was having a little chat earlier, whatever, and I was saying how I think it was like what I said at the beginning of the video, of how this is giving me more time to focus on like my beliefs and whatever, and I was told that, oh yeah, God will guide my path, and I said in response, I'll follow the path of Buddha towards enlightenment, or until I reach the land of the pure. And the response that I was given was, no, you should follow God, or something along the lines of that. And I don't inherently feel as if I was being somebody else's religion was being forced onto me, nor do I feel like I was rejecting their beliefs. However, I do not personally believe in Christianity. As we know, I'm not. I stated at the beginning, I am a Buddhist. I'm trying my best, And I don't know, every time I said that I would follow, I would rather follow Buddha. It was, well, I hope God finds you. I hope that you get back on your path to following God, because I used to be Christian, and I lost faith in that after a while, and then I was agnostic for a good period of time. And I obviously believed that there was some God, but there wasn't any proof or heavy belief for me in Christianity. So I was studying a few different, not necessarily studying, but researching different religions, such as like Confucianism, Buddhism, Shintoism, and yes, again, Christianity, just so I could see if anything had changed about me or about my beliefs and such. And the one that I felt most connected to was Buddhism, so I decided to study it and focus on it a little bit. And I don't know, it's not like I dislike the feeling of somebody trying to spread their belief with me or whatever, but what you should never do, in my opinion, is that you should never try to make somebody else believe, you should never try and make somebody else believe that their religion or what they believe in is straying from the correct path, or that it's offset just because you believe in it. Now again, no disrespect towards anything or anyone, but I just feel as if it wasn't the greatest thing for somebody to say to me or to anyone. So if there is anybody that sees this video and they know somebody that's been like that, or they have been like that themselves, I would recommend you change for the better. And if sorry okay, I don't know what I was gonna say. And if those people refuse to change because they just don't want to, or they feel as if they can't, then it's time for you to change your surroundings. So I was in a friend group for a good amount of time, and I had a big argument with one of my friends. We stopped talking for like the rest of the summer, whatever. This was last year. And, I finally realized, I was like, there's no reason for me to hold a grudge over something small, Why would I have this emotion, like, floating around my mind the entire time and ruining my fun or potential fun that I could be having with other people or with this guy again? So I apologized to him. I was like, hey, I'm sorry that whatever happened. Let's fix things. Let's change this. I'd like to be friends with you again. So I thought everything was fine, And then around winter break, we were having a conversation about something, or like joking in a group chat, and I got accused of joking about rape, which I would not do because it's a very serious topic, obviously, and I don't think that stuff is funny. So he posts screenshots of our messages, which never implied me talking about rape, or joking about it for that matter, and searching for public validation, saying how, oh, am I in the wrong for this? Am I this? Am I that? Blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I would text him, I was like, hey, that's messed up. Could you please take that down? I apologize if it was misheard. And at some point, I started realizing that I shouldn't have to apologize for everything if I did nothing wrong. If somebody has a certain feeling or emotion, what I meant to say is that if a certain person constantly is causing the same, like, issues or whatever, or trying to, like, actively getting aggravated or trying to blame you for things, then at some point you need to stop apologizing. Not because, like, oh, this person's being rude, I shouldn't apologize to them. But for the fact that it makes it so that you aren't being strong anymore. You aren't protecting yourself in a way, because you're letting this person act out against you and use your emotions and apologies to their advantage, because it gives them the realization that if this person's constantly apologizing for stuff that causes me anger and causes me to do all these things, then my actions are not in the wrong. So at some point, you have to realize to let go of these people. So that's what I've done. After school ended this year, I haven't spoken to this guy. I don't like associating with him and whatever. It's how life rolls, It's people have emotions, people change, people realize that they need better things in their life, or that things aren't working out around. And so I think this will be my motivational whatever, or inspiring statement, is that if your change does not benefit yourself and others, then it isn't you that needs to change, but you need to change what's around you. What I mean by that is that, like what I said, if you are trying to be nicer or whatever and doing all these things, but people aren't accepting the fact that you've changed and aren't doing this stuff back to you, then you need to change what is around you by moving away from everything. Not isolation. Those things are different. But separation from what is bad or what is causing you these, whatever, like all bad emotions or negative feelings, whatever it may be. So, I don't really believe that I've been talking to a laptop for the past 16 minutes, but yeah. Anyways, I hope that anyone and everyone who finds this video has a great day, night, whatever. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whatever whichever of the four fits what you're doing right now. And just always try to look at the positive side of things, you know? If something bad happens, just don't let it keep you down. Don't hold grudges. Be stronger than the people that are trying to make you weak. Bless you all, and have a good day.